So this is a 2021 Tesla Model Y, and today we're gonna look at the last 6 months. I got it 6 months ago. I'm gonna give you 6 months in 8 minutes. Let's get into it.
Hey, smash the like button.
Thank you.
Let's take a trip to Point Marion and talk about some software. This thing updates regularly. In fact, very often. I think in 6 months, maybe 15, 20 updates, maybe even more. The big updates are going to come through on your LTE, which is just your regular cellular coverage, which comes with the car, no matter what happens. But if you want more advanced updates, which is an option, they come through on Wi-Fi. I had to set up a Wi-Fi extender or a repeater. A very cheap one. I put in a $20 one. What it has done is cause a little software glitch here and there with the Spotify and with the LTE cutting out at the very beginning of your drive. So until I get down the road, maybe 2-3 minutes, there isn't really good coverage, and maybe your song apps are not going to work the way they really were intended to. But that's really all the trouble I've had, and the software updates come through a lot better with the Wi-Fi. So consider getting a Wi-Fi extender or repeater, and whatever quality you would want is up to you. Now, if you have Wi-Fi and it reaches your car already, you're in the best possible position. As far as other software quirks, we had the Tesla Nightmare, of course. Go to Settings, scroll down to your Tesla app under Settings, and you're going to go to Location. We had it set on while using the app, and we switched it to Always, where if you forget the Bluetooth device that has the really weird numbers on it, then you're going to struggle a little bit with the app. It doesn't really like that. You want to make sure you leave your app open, and whatever Bluetooth things happen, you want to leave them connected and let them do whatever they want. One more thing was with the trunk, which was fixed with software, but I opened the trunk on my Tesla app one time at the grocery store so I could put my groceries in more easily, I thought. And when I got home to plug it in and charge, about 5 minutes later, the trunk opened again, and I didn't know until I looked at my app and saw the trunk was open. I went back downstairs, I unplugged the charger, plugged it back in, shut the trunk, and then 10 minutes later, it opened again, and it would continue to reopen no matter what I did for that entire night. Luckily, I had a software update that was pending. I thought this is the only way to solve it. I had scheduled a service appointment. It was a bunch of frustration, but all it really needed was that software update, and it went away. A big change with the software was at one point version 11 kind of took away a lot of the options in the bottom, but it made it a little more customizable. And then the most recent update I got has made the bottom more customizable, kind of back to where it was before version 11. You get the heated seats back, and some of the other ventilation options are available to be put back in to your main custom controls that you have at the very bottom of the screen all the time. Saves a few clicks back and forth. We can talk about some other things. Let's head on down through Point Marion.
Finally, with software, the phantom braking has improved dramatically from when I did my phantom braking test, and of course, on the day I'm making this video, I had an issue with the Wi-Fi. It was resolved with a touchscreen reset. I'll leave a link in the description on how to do that. Try it once, when you don't need it. So when you do, you'll know what the 30 seconds of waiting for your car to boot back up feels like. Genuinely anxiety-inducing. Moving on to fit and finish. There's one clicking noise in the driver door when you go over big bumps. My Honda Clarity actually made a very similar noise, probably the ghost of the Clarity if I had to guess. The Model Y has a design flaw. The rear quarter sticks out further than the front, so debris hits it. They added a plastic shield to the most commonly hit area for 2021, and at 6 months, mine is already showing some wear. Finally, and it could be my imagination, the suspension seems a little harsh when it's cold out for the first few minutes of driving. Also, I've driven the base Model Y wheel configuration and the 20-inch induction wheels that mine is equipped with. The base wheels ride a little smoother, no question. Next is the Tesla experience. Essentially, things Tesla has that a gas car driver would have to learn to get used to. We'll get straight to Sentry Mode. I'll address it via this comment, written in a recent video where I test drive an EV6.
You could get a dash cam for Sentry level of security.
I do think dash cams are a wonderful idea. However, for Tesla-like performance, they would need to be integrated into the car hardware, be accessible live from my phone, and synchronously save automatically while alerting me every time they recorded anything suspicious. And of course, it's not a dash cam, it's 4. To add some conjecture, I do think this would be possible on another car, but I also believe significant expense would be necessary. Thank goodness for Sentry Mode. As far as acceleration, if you've been in a modern EV, you know what it is. If you have not, you do not.
There is no try.
Another fun fact is this car turns heads. People love to hate it. Kids love it. My parents hate it. Well, mostly they hate Elon, but you can smell the emotion. Mature adults want to ask you how someone with all their functioning organs is stupid enough to buy a car that runs on TV remote batteries. In traffic, when you hit the pedal, however, that same adult just wants to flick you off. But if the kids see you coming, they will stop whatever they are doing to watch it silently roll past them. Eating, playing, screaming, punching each other, it doesn't matter. And this guy hates it, along with all of his friends. With concern to charging, I charge at home. I have supercharged 3 times in just over 3,000 miles. I have destination charged 3 times. The lowest battery percentage I have experienced myself is 14 when we went camping. The video's up here. Practicality. It's an SUV. It's got storage. It's got space. It's got efficiency. It's got 7 seats if you want. If you need more than this, you'll need one of these or one of these. For value, here's the sticker. Here's my tax cost. Here's my registration cost in West Virginia. Here's my total cost. And here's what it's worth now. Oh, and my insurance for 2 2021 Teslas and my 2012 RAV4 is $225 a month for me and my wife. The Model Y is $125 of that. Here's what happens when you try to roll it over. Let's talk about important lessons I've learned. You don't get stranded if you're stuck in traffic in a snowstorm. It uses 2% battery per hour in a worst case scenario. 10% battery left, that's 5 hours in freezing conditions. 50% battery left, that's 25 hours in freezing conditions. The whole where you gonna charge it argument is 100% invalid if you have a driveway or a garage or you live near a supercharger or you can charge at work. If you can't do any of those things, it's still doable, just annoying. If a trip to the gas station is 5 minutes and a charging session is 30, you will have to wait longer, but you're getting paid about $1 to $2 a minute to sit there. Think of it that way. Kind of like the old 900 numbers without all the innuendo.
Day or night, Diet Phone will help you with the most important part of any diet, your willpower.
Conclusion. Haters gonna hate. They've got good reason. The Model Y is faster, cheaper to drive, more technologically advanced, safer, and affordable to insure. It's going to get attention. Alert. This may not apply on the West Coast and in some big cities. It's quiet. It's quiet. Not like wow, it's not loud, like quiet. When you drive or ride in it, you know it's the future. And the future is now. Get it right or get left.
We've got 2 Teslas and we don't know what to name them. Help us name our Teslas in the comments below. Best name for each wins. I'm the deciding vote, so be creative. And let me know what questions you might have about my Model 3. We'll answer them for you in the upcoming videos.
How does our experience compare to yours? Let us know down below. And you missed a lot of our day trip. The full video will be on Patreon. Sign up at the link in the description. If you're selling a used EV or shopping for a used EV, check out my Twitter where I tweet good EV deals and I'll retweet your used EV if you @ me. Speaking of used EVs, can I review yours? Email me at adamsevreviews@yahoo.com. Subscribe for more. We'll see you next time.
Hey! Smash the like button!
Thank you.
As far as the Spotify problem, that's not any...
Well, you better look at it and you better listen to it.